Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters.
Shalom, brethren. Most High in Christ bless.
Hey, fringes don't belong on a t-shirt, Doc.
What? Jealous much?
I'm Twitter fingers, nigga. Boss that nigga, man. Put your shit together, man. I'm overrated. So overrated. Overrated. So overrated, nigga. Coming on this bitch real fresh, bulletproof, high shoot, bitch, you better wear your vest. She try to get something off her chest, but the drip on her head made a mess. I'm a real piece of profit on this one, but nighttime sheet, I'm a beast. I'm like, here, get it up, baby.
The Lord's 56th annual Passover under Commander Junior Hunter. Make sure y'all be there, man. This is the only Passover ordained by the Lord. Shalom.
Tonight it's a ride, I got a show, live show, and the nigga still indie. Them UPK niggas winning.
That's why Christ is Melchizedek and Christ is Solomon.
Where did you get that breakdown?
The Lord.
It's like it, sir. General Hyman see your class. He said, well done.
Like it.
Fried chicken, napkin.
Put that on the table for me, warrior.
I'm right.
Rank raise coming, warrior.
You trying to holler at you about that class.
All right, for sure.
Excellent class, by the way.
Well, I appreciate that, boy. Yeah.
After you.
Ha! There he is, man of the hour. Take a seat, man. Take a seat. What's going on with you, brother?
Yeah.
Pour us up, live. Listen, man. Heard you taught a hell of a class.
Hey, man, the water, sir. The water.
Excellent job, by the way. Hey, look, man. You know what I was thinking. Tell me what you think. Thursday, 7 p.m. Prime time. Scripture breakdown. What you think about that?
I'll consider it.
Man, that's all I need you to do, man. Laya Shala.
Laya Shala.
And more, man. Hey, wake that brother up. Wake him up. Wake him up.
Wake that brother up. Wake up, Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, wake that brother up.
Wake up, Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, wake up. Wake up, Bob. Most High in Christ. You back with us?
Come, sir.
Most High in Christ, like.
And that's why Christ was Solomon, Christ was Melchizedek, and reincarnation is in the Bible. Hey, I love that. Do me a favor. See me one more time, Baba Kasha.
I appreciate it, Doc.
I appreciate it.
Fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that that fucking job, I'm watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, nigga, on soul. Yeah, caught between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, now these bitches, they messy. First day I came in, I bossed up on the bosses. And they promise nigga this, promise nigga that. Want my ass to work, then bring that paper back. Sharp, where you been? I been taking the shit. Knowing damn well that I don't fucking sleep. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, me and bro, we just posted. Look him in the eye, shake my head disappointed. We gotta visualize, summarize, execute. These people drop like fly, why the fuck we still here? Man, fuck that fucking job, when I pull up I hate it. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, that's on all of their faces. Fuck that fucking job, man, I'm already lit. Man, I hear one thing, boy, you bound to get hit. Man, these bills cross a nigga's brain. Damn, that's how you keep a nigga damn a slave. Damn, money supposed to be a tool. Damn, for a purpose, what's your purpose for? Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sick of that shit, I know you sick of it too, man. Money supposed to be a tool, but what's your purpose though? It's supposed to benefit a purpose. Shout out Boom Man now.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above when they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world to know. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prophets. One step, I'm silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. that shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my I can gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling plain. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Hey, shalom, Yahweh Shemi Abashai Brakatham, Yahweh Shema Thumb, Shemi Abashai, Priest and Officer Omawanga Bar, Tuesday night brotherhood class, ISUPK, under Commander Johanna. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the chosen people of God. Oppressors is the devil the Bible speaks of. And first, I want to say, I want everybody to pay their tithes, ISUPK.com, under Commander Johanna. Everybody pay your Passover fee, $200. You feel me? All week of events, you feel me? Stuff like that. Definitely pay for your kids, for the kids party, the black party, the babysitting. You feel me? It's really a sweet deal. You feel me? You got the purple faggots. I heard they out there charging $1,500 for a garment, $2,000 for a Passover. You feel me? And they not the men of the Lord. You feel me? Robbing and stealing from the people just like the church did. You feel me? That's definitely a steal from Commander Johanna. $200, you feel me? Passover fee. And tonight's class, what we're gonna talk about is how a stepping stone, you feel me? A stepping stone can also be a stumbling block. You know, now what a stepping stone is actually supposed to be something that's supposed to basically uplift you. You feel me? That's supposed to make you better. It's supposed to make you progress. It's supposed to help you out. But that stepping stone, if you're not paying attention, you know, could cause a stumbling block and you can trip over it. So tonight we're gonna just read one article, go over this video right quick, Will Smith. Then we're gonna jump into the scriptures. I'll be reading them myself tonight. Shout out to all the brothers in Kentucky. I want to get them a hand clap for all the work they do. Feel me, the brothers is super busy. Stay working. Where we at with it? All right, first, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna read this article. This is is this? This is accidentinjurylawyerblog.com. And this is a website that shows just a bunch of different lawsuits. Because what you got to understand is everything, is public record. It's not nothing criminal that's public record. There's not public record once the case is over or the, stuff like that. So what this is right here, this is injurylawsuit.com. And this specific lawsuit is about social media. Because social media was supposed to be something that progressed you, something that was supposed to be a stepping stone, to boost you up in society. But what they figured out is social media is also addiction. It's almost like a drug. Social media was supposed to be for promoting your product or yourself, your business, stuff like that. But social media then became, addictive because a lot of people don't have anything to promote. People don't have nothing to promote. They don't have any businesses. Most people are poor, So instead of using social media to progress, it became a stumbling block. And it's parents that filed lawsuits against all these giants because their children is addicted to social media. So we just read a little bit of it real quick. It say this page is about social media addiction lawsuits and who is eligible to bring a claim. Our lawyers also provide the latest social media class action news. The problem that led to social media lawsuits is millions of people, too many whom are children, are addicted to social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and others. So what they saying also in the lawsuit is that it's mostly that this is like a children thing. You feel me? Like the people that's not using social media to progress is basically children, is what they saying. If you using social media and it's not to progress, it's not to promote your business or your brand or whatever you're doing, that this lawsuit is basically saying you are a child. You feel me? You are a kid if you're addicted to social media and it's not for your progress. You feel me? Like real talk. For these vulnerable users, social media addiction can be very harmful and lead to things like eating disorders, depression, and in some cases, suicide. In some cases, being addicted to social media can lead to suicide. You feel me? Because you're lost into other people's lives that's not real. You feel me? You're lost and you're addicted to other people's lifestyles and it's not real. And this lawsuit said that social media has led to some cases of suicide. Not counting the millions of men and women that's depressed. And they thinking that the weed can fix it or getting drunk can fix it. When it's really, they saying this is social media that's causing most of these depressions and eating disorders and even in some cases suicide. And like I said, the topic of tonight's class is a stepping stone can be a stumbling block. Social media was not invented to cause suicide or depression. It was all about building your brand, So that's why it's called social media. You feel me? It's to build your brand. But instead of building your brand, people have no brand to build. So they just become addicted to other people's lives and what other people doing. And then they become depressed. You feel me? They become depressed, have disorders, and in some cases, suicidal. And this ain't what I'm saying. This is what the lawsuit is saying. You feel me? That this is something that's going on serious in America. Like real talk. And that's why one reason why when I was in the world, I had no social media. I didn't even like being on social media because it was just something about it that I didn't like. I didn't know it was this. I'm not going to say that. I didn't know that this was the problem I had with social media. But in the world, I just knew something was not right about it. I just knew something was not right about social media. For everybody could be able to just create an email and log in, and now you got access to millions of people that you would have never knew. You would have never, in some cases, ever met in your life, never ran across. You feel me? Like real talk. So where we at with it? Our national mass tort lawyer are currently seeking social media addiction lawsuits from individuals who became addicted to social media before age 21 and suffered a severe physical injury as a direct result of that addiction. Now, this is talking about physical. This stuff that's going on in this lawsuit is physically can be proven, but not. This is not counting the millions of relationships, the millions of people, the millions of failed relationships because of social media. Because a woman wanted to go through your phone, she wanted to code to your Instagram, she wanted you to post a picture of her, and you didn't want to post it. It's so many relationships that's been destroyed over social media that they not gonna put in a lawsuit because that's not suing worthy. You can't sue nobody because they ain't want to be with you no more. You can't do that. But if you could, that would be in this lawsuit too. Like real talk. But this lawsuit is all about physical injuries and disorders and stuff that you can prove was caused by social media. So where we at? All right. Physical injuries resulting from social media addiction could include suicide, self-harm, or an eating disorder. This page will provide news and updates on social media addiction, litigation, as well as estimates on our potential settlement values in these cases. Right, they about to actually settle. They about to pay. They have proof that social media is causing suicide and mental depression to where they what's his name? Can't think of the dude, the name that own Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. I forgot his name, but he looked like the creature from the Black Lagoon. He looked like an alien. You feel me? Real talk. But anyway, he about to pay the money. Like real talk. He about to go ahead and just pay the money too. Because he ain't got time for all this court stuff. And they say if your child has suffered severe harm as a result of addiction to social media, call today at 800-553-8082 or contact our lawyer online. And what I'm about to do is I'm about to copy the link and I'm going to put it in the chat for anybody suffering from depression, from social media, and they need to call that number. Real talk. Because social media is a stepping stone, but it also can be a stumbling block. Like real talk. So yeah, we'll drop that. And let's go to this next one about Will Smith. I ain't gonna lie to you. Will Smith. So Will Smith, he was caught out dancing, having a good time, and ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm happy to see Will Smith back to himself because I'm telling you, that woman, Jada Pinkett Smith, he thought was going to be a stepping stone in his career, and she was really a stumbling block. And she tried to single-handedly bring this man down because her career, and she said this out her own mouth, did not take off the way she wanted it to, and he blew up. And he wasn't even an actor. He was just a rapper. West Philadelphia, born and raised. Really real talk. So that was his stepping stone, but it became a stumbling block. And most women is the stumbling block in a man's life. It's the women you choose. Like real talk. This time that first love. for anybody that out there that has a woman that they thought was a stepping stone, like he thought Jada Pinkett was, and she ended up becoming a stumbling block, that's all you got to do. It ain't hard to fix that problem. That's an easy fix. It's just because in this world we live in, though, you talk about monogamy and one man, one woman, and you keep reminiscing about your grandfather and your grandmother that was together for 40 years and stuff. When you got all type of different cousins from other grandmamas and stuff like that, I don't even understand how you don't know that how you fix that problem is you just go get another woman. You feel me? That's all you got to do. Now, I'm not saying him and this woman is, but he sure look happy. He sure don't look like beaten, broken down man on the red table talk, like real talk. So if a woman is a stumbling block when she was at once a stepping stone, that's all you got to do. Do like Will Smith did. Go find you another woman and have a ball. Have a good old time, and it'll be like it never even happened, like real talk. But those is the two main stumbling blocks. The two main stumbling blocks in the truth is women and social media. Women, social media. Them is the two main stumbling blocks, which at first seems like a stepping stone, which is something that you can use to progress yourself. You feel me? Real talk. So yeah, we had dropped that. Let's go into the scriptures. All right, let's go to Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, 7:26. All right, now this is Ecclesiastes 7:26, and it says, "I find more bitter than death the woman." You feel me? And that's because these prophets was wise, and they had wisdom and they had knowledge to where they can teach other people. Just like the men in ISUPK, we gained a certain type of knowledge and wisdom from our experiences and from just learning from other people's experiences. You feel me? That we can go out and teach the truth. And that's what these brothers was doing. And they trying to let it be known that it's nothing more worse, you feel me, than death besides the woman. You feel me? Because it starts off like a stepping stone. You feel me? It starts off like a stepping stone, then it turns, you feel me, into a stumbling block. You feel me? To where you end up in child support court. You feel me? You end up paying alimony. You feel me? All type of stuff like that. That type of stuff can end up happening, you feel me, from choosing the wrong woman, whose heart is snares and nets, right? That's like a trap. You feel me? That's like a trap because most women you meet, that's just how it is. You're not, most men, you don't meet a woman and she's mean as hell. You feel me? Unless you just an idiot. You feel me? Most of the time it's a trap because she's not, you don't know, you let your guard down. You feel me? Most men, when they meet a woman, they let their guard down. You feel me? They let their guard down, and that's how she become a snare in the trap. You feel me? Like real talk. And her hands as bands, right? Like she tied you up. You jammed up. You feel me? She got you doing stuff that you would have never done when it was supposed to be you adding to your life. You feel me? And you progressing. You feel me? You supposed to be progressing. And really it became a stumbling block. Whose pleaseth God shall escape from her. And that's a fact. You feel me? Because it's more wicked women than righteous women. That's why they always say the grass is green on the other side. That's not true. You feel me? It's definitely not true for women. You feel me? Like real talk, because women outnumber men, I think 7-1 when you count gay, prison, death. You feel me? All that type of stuff. Women outnumber men almost 10 to 12 to 1. You feel me? The women outnumber men almost 10 to 12 to 1. You feel me? And the Bible say, who please God shall escape from her. You feel me? You're going to escape from this wicked woman. Somehow, some way, if you pleasing the Lord, you're going to escape from this woman. And that's why I say us and ISUPK and the Command Johanna, we got a natural like defense mechanism. You feel me? Because we pleasing the Lord, we already, when we meet a woman, she already like red flag. You believe in multiple wives. Red flag. You over masculine. You feel me? Red flag this, red for because of we serving the Lord. And most men is wicked and they not serving the Lord. And so because they not serving the Lord, they free game to these type of women. You feel me? Like Will Smith. Like Will Smith. You feel me? You free game. I'm just letting you know. You feel me? They hearts is snares and nets waiting to trap you. Like real talk. But the sinner shall be by her. And that's a fact. You feel me? That's what's gonna happen. You ever see a man with a wicked woman? That's why. You feel me? Because he a sinner and the Lord let him be taken by her. You feel me? And that's how you end up in child support court. That's how you end up having a alimony. That's how you end up having to pay for divorce lawyers because y'all was wicked and y'all was sinners in the first place. Like real talk. And you was taken by these wicked men, which is the biggest stumbling block. You feel me? What you thought was a stepping stone end up being the biggest stumbling block. Real talk. All right, so yeah, we can drop that. So we're gonna go to Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha 22 and 11. All right, so this is Ecclesiasticus 22 and 11. Weep for the dead, for he have lost his light. Right now, this is talking about somebody that's like, you feel me? So, because you gotta understand, at one point in time, we all knew we was Israelites. We all knew the truth, and when you seen somebody that was like, you know, choosing the heathens over the Lord, the Bible said weep for them because they lost their light. They can't see. They can't see. And of course, this right here is not spiritual. You know, when you see somebody that's backsliding, backpedaling, whatever you want to call it, and weep for the fool, for he wants of understanding, right? And weep for the fool, because you see somebody that's foolish, you feel me? But they won't understand it. They foolish, but they won't understand. They want to have the common sense to make right decisions than wrong decisions. Like real talk. Make little weeping for the dead at rest. Now, this is, of course, talking about somebody that's physically dead. The first part was talking about spiritual. This is talking about somebody that's physically dead. You feel me? Make little weeping for the dead, for he is at. Because that you don't want when somebody to die for them to pull you down to the grave too. That's what this is talking about. Somebody that's physically dead, he's at rest. He at peace now. He, she, whatever right now. And you don't want to get pulled down there too. And that's what most people do too. Most people, when they lose a close relative or whatever, this person is you're spiritually dead now. They physically in the dirt, and you're spiritually you gone with them. You ain't even the same no more. And the Bible is saying you cannot be like that, because that's something as old as dirt, as losing somebody close, and now it turn you wicked. You feel me? Or you moving backwards. You feel me in life because you lost love them. But the life of the fool is worse than death. Like real talk, the life of a fool, because that's what's gonna happen when somebody close to you die and you get pulled down that grave with them. Now you dead. You spiritually dead. That's all. That's the only difference. They physically dead. You on earth walking with people that need you, your sons, your brothers, your sisters. You got people around you that need you. You feel me? In one way or another, but you spiritually dead. And so you in that grave with them. Like real talk. Hold on, wait. There's verse 12. 7 days do men mourn for him that is dead. 7 days. That's all you get. 7 days. Another stumbling block. This is another block in the truth. Losing loved ones. Losing loved ones is one of the biggest stumbling blocks in the truth. And the Bible got the answer for that. And it say mourn 7 days. You feel me? What's that movie, The Ring? 7 days. So like, it's a movie called The Ring. He watched the tape. He said you got 7 days, like real talk. But that's what the Bible said. The Bible say 7 days you got to mourn for him that is dead. That's it. Anything past that, you've been pulled down to that grave with him. If anything past, and then it's funny because 7 days is, if you're around a dead body, you're unclean for 7 days. So that's 7 days you unclean. You having time to get your mind right, get your mind together, get the businesses, the affairs in order, all the stuff, the funeral, you feel me, the finances, all that stuff, the will. You got 7 days. After that, it's over with. But if you go past that 7 days of mourning, you've been pulled down with them in that grave. And now you dead now. Like real talk. You just spiritually dead. But for a fool and an ungodly man all the days of his life. Right. But a fool and an ungodly man all the days of his life. Like real talk. I'll go to verse 13. Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that have no understanding. That's the truth. A lot of people, you want to gossip. You feel me? And that's why you want to gossip. A lot of people want to gossip because they don't really want the answer. You feel me? Don't want the answers to their problems because most of the time, if you get the answer to your problems, you're going to have to do something you don't want to do. You feel me? You got to do something that's hard. You feel me? Like, it could be a lot of different things, just depending on the person. But whatever it is, it's something you don't want to do. You wake up every day and you dreading the fact that you have to do it. So you rather just gossip instead of fixing the problem. That's why I say talk not much with a fool. Because that's what most people doing all day long. You're talking to somebody that's an idiot, and you know it. You know they're an idiot. You know for a fact they are an idiot, but you don't want the answer anyway. Beware of him lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries. Right, that's a fact. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to be defiled with fooleries. It's just going to be two fools now. You feel me? It just went from one idiot to now two. Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest. Right, and depart from him, and thou shalt find peace. That's how you find peace. The first part of finding peace, you got to get away from idiots. That's the first part. The first part, you have to get away from idiots. Like real talk. You're going through a lot of stuff. That's the first part. First part, you probably around some stupid people. You feel me? You're around some stupid people, and you got to get away from that too. You feel me? I love my family in Chicago to death, but they were some idiots. They were some fools, and they was bringing me down. Like real talk. And that's the first part. The first part is you got to depart from them. You feel me? And thou shalt find rest. Thou shalt find peace. And never be disquieted with madness. And that's a fact. You feel me? Because what we just read about social media is making people quieted with madness. That's what social media is doing. Social media got people going out of mind. So where they committing suicide, they depressed, they suing Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. That's his name, Mark Zuckerberg. I was trying to think of his name earlier. Mark Zuckerberg. They suing Mark Zuckerberg because half of the damn country is depressed because he made people have access to people's lives you was never supposed to see, and people on there post all the good stuff and making your life miserable because they ain't posting the bad stuff. They only posting the good stuff, trying to make it look like their life is perfect. And then you watching all the stuff and you like, damn, man, my life is shit. The whole time they life worse than yours. Like real talk. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You feel me? You taking on all that foolery, your life gonna be madness. Like real talk. And the whole point of, finding the truth, coming into the truth, is to, for it to be that stepping stone. The stepping stone, getting all the answers we need to make the right decisions. That was the whole point. The whole point of the truth is for the truth to be a stepping stone to what now everything in your life you have the answers for and you can progress. Like real talk. All right, we'll drop that. Go to Proverbs 27:1. All right, so this Proverbs 27:1. Thyself of tomorrow. And that's one of the biggest stumbling blocks people do too. That's why you shouldn't believe in zodiac signs and anything that talks about your future, the horoscopes and the readings, and you shouldn't deal with none of that witchcraft. You feel me? Because you should not boast for tomorrow. That's what the Bible say. You should not boast and brag about tomorrow when it's not happened yet. You feel me? You don't know what's gonna come from what happened today. You don't know if what you did today is gonna make tomorrow better or worse. You're not gonna know until tomorrow comes. You might do something today that might bring hell in your life tomorrow. You feel me? You might have been around a bunch of fools like we just read about. And being around those fools implied that you should do a certain thing and you did it and you boasted about it, not knowing what's going to happen from it. That's what the Bible says. The Bible is wiser than men. That's one thing we got to understand. The Bible is wiser than men. You could just book for granted all you want, and you're going to be a fool. You're going to be the one suing Facebook for depression because you're ready to commit suicide or you harming yourself. We got an eating disorder. Like real talk. For thou knowest not what a day may bring forth, right? So you bragging about tomorrow when tomorrow has not happened yet is a stumbling block. You feel me? It is a stumbling block to brag about something that's not happened yet. You don't know what's about to happen from what you did today. Like real talk. Let another man praise thee. And that's a fact. And that's one thing I don't like about social media. Media, you praising yourself. Because it was supposed to be about promoting your brand. But because you don't have a brand, you just praising yourself. You the king of the earth. You the queen of the earth. You feel me? You got the best life in the world on social media. I don't know if people know it or not. People only post the stuff on social media that's gonna make them look good. You don't post the bad stuff. You post half of the bad stuff in your life, you're gonna want to commit suicide. You're gonna have an eating disorder. You're gonna be depressed. You're gonna be one of them millions of people that's suing Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know if you know it or not. Them people is suing Mark Zuckerberg is because they know their life is meaningless from looking at other people's pages, Instagrams, Facebook, whatever. They know their life is meaningless. So they suing Mark Zuckerberg. They suing him for that. Like real talk. And not their own mouth, right? That's a fact. You feel me? The likes, the comments, all that stuff on social media is gonna make you suicidal when you realize it's all fake. You feel me? Half of these people you don't even know. You feel me? It's gonna be all fake. It's all fake. It's not real. And when you realize it's not real, it's gonna make you want to commit suicide. That's why they suing Facebook and Instagram, because they depressed. I can imagine what TikTok would have done if Donald Trump would have kept the ban. If Donald Trump would have never uplifted the ban from TikTok, I could just imagine how many people would have went into depression and suicide. Right. And a stranger and not their own lips. Right. Let a stranger praise you. You feel me? Let somebody else praise you. Preferably, you feel me? A stranger, somebody that don't even know you, like real talk. Because you know you're doing good works. Then when somebody you don't even know is praising you for your works, that's because they see you got a good brand. You feel me? You respectable. Stuff like that. Like real talk. All right, yeah, we'll drop that. We'll go to Luke 14 and 26. All right, this Luke 14 and 26. It says, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life, also he cannot be my disciple. Right? You can't be a follower of Christ if you don't hate your family and hate yourself. You feel me? That's just the truth. Because what you got to understand is your family is one of the biggest stumbling blocks. It's going to be women, or if you're a woman, it's going to be men. It's going to be social media. It's going to be your family. They all tie in together. Because who's your friends on social media? Your spouse and your family. Feel me? These is the biggest stumbling blocks. The three biggest stumbling blocks is your family, your spouse, social media, and your family. Like real talk. And Christ is saying, if you don't hate that, then you can't really follow me. If you don't hate your family, you got to hate your family. You got to hate that they celebrating Christmas. You got to hate that they smoking weed in your face. When you come over there to say, hey, they blowing the weed right in your damn face, you got to hate your family. You feel me? You have to hate your own life. You feel me? You have to hate all of that, or you cannot be Christ's disciple. Your children cannot convince you to sin. Your brothers and sisters cannot convince you to sin. Even though you thinking keeping them around is a stepping stool. You feel me? They a stepping stone. That's something you need to progress when they're going to be a stumbling block. And that's what Christ is saying. Your family, your children, your own life that you lived before you found me is a stumbling block. And you can't be my disciple. You can't follow me. How you following me? You're following your mama. following your father, your children. You're doing what the children say. You're doing what your wife say. Your wife run you. You putting up Christmas trees in secret in the house. You feel me? You secretly you sneaking it in through the back door. Because everybody on the block like that thought he was an Israelite. He's sneaking the Christmas tree through the back door. You feel me? That's why sometimes you got to close that back door. Like real talk. You got to close that back door. To you. All right, we're going to 27. And whosoever doeth not bear his cross. Now that's talking about his life. You feel me? He did back in Rome. The punishment, like how they got the penalty and the electric chair, all that stuff well, not the electric chair no more, but they had it. They got lethal injection now, and the gas, all that stuff. The Romans, they put you up on a cross and let you suffocate because your weight from your organs pushing down on your lungs and all that, and you just suffocating and you bleeding slow. So that's why I say it's Christ talking about your life. If you do not bear his cross and come after me, he cannot be my disciple. So you have to give up your life. You feel me? You have to give up your life. You have to bear losing your life. Otherwise, you ain't going to be able to follow Christ. You feel me? You ain't going to be able to follow Christ if you're not willing to lose your life. And of course, this is spiritual and physical. Because following Christ, you can die. I mean, I don't know if you know it or not. Most people that get killed is good people. You feel me? It's righteous people doing the right thing. Like real talk. So yeah, if you ain't ready to, give up your life for Christ, you cannot be his disciple. You cannot follow. You can't follow after him. I ain't gonna lie to you. And this is what Christ said. You can be mad at me. I don't give a damn. You feel me? That's what Christ said. This is what the king of the earth said. A black man the world calls Jesus Christ. He said, you ain't trying to give up your own life. Can't be my disciple. You ain't following me. You following yourself. You feel me? You might well create your own fake Israelite group. I'm just keep it real. Might as well. Because if you ain't doing what this book say, you is in the world. And Christ said out his own mouth, you got to give up them family members. We all had to do it. It's hard, but it's a stepping stone because we know our family is a stumbling block. Real talk. And that's why we all in ISUPK, we closed that back door. That back door is not open. Some of us, we don't even have a back door. I'm going to just keep it real with you. We live in apartments. We don't have a back door for you to even come through. You got to come through the front door. Like real talk. All right, so yeah, you could drop that. And we go back into the Apocrypha to Ecclesiasticus 6 and 7. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first. Right, and that's the truth, because getting a friend is a stepping stone. You feel me? Having friends that's loyal is a valuable asset. Like real talk. Having that, and that's why another thing, like we got, you feel me? You got to get to know the woman you dealing with. Like you just got to. You feel me? Because that woman, she can be a valuable asset if you prove her first. If she prove herself, you feel me? She can be a valuable asset. You meeting brothers, you feel me? They could be valuable assets, like real talk, business partners. But you got to prove them first. You feel me? You can't just be calling everybody your friend because, y'all from the same neighborhood or you went to the same elementary school. That don't make that person your friend. They have to prove that they a friend. You feel me? They have to prove themselves. And be not hasty to credit them. Right. And be not hasty. Be not quick. Be not quick to credit them, because a lot of people is giving credit. You feel me? Credit to people. And then it's funny how you use the word credit. Don't credit him. You feel me? Because credit is something that people let you use, and, you know, in the idea that you're going to pay it back. That's what credit is about. Credit is not free money. They're giving this to you because they know you're going to pay it back. You feel me? And the Bible say, be not quick to credit him, because we don't know if he or she is going to pay it back. We don't know if they're going to pay it back. They have to prove themselves, just like when you have to prove yourself by building your credit. If you go to the car lot and your credit score is 500, they're not giving you a loan for $50,000 for a Hellcat. That don't even make sense. You feel me? You have to build your credit. And that's what you got to do with a friend. They have to build it up. Stuff got to happen to where you know that this person is good for it. Like real talk. All right, this is verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion. And that's what I'm saying about people proving themselves, building up their credit line with you. People have to build up that credit line with you, like real talk, because some people is only a friend for their own occasion. It's because what you can do for them. So they're doing stuff for you, little stuff, petty stuff that got you thinking that this is your ride or die. You feel me? You ready to die and go to jail for folding them. One whole time they doing this stuff because of what you can do for them. Real talk. And will not abide in the day of trouble. And that's a fact. When stuff start getting really real and they disappear, that's on you. You feel me? That's on you because you did not build enough credit with that person. You feel me? And that's why if you have a 500 credit score, you can't get a Hellcat, because as soon as they give you the Hellcat, you're gone. You're gone. They're never going to see the Hellcat again. Now they gotta try to find it. You feel me? They gotta send people out to go try to find the Hellcat. And that's what you gotta do with people. You have to build a credit line. You feel me? You gotta build a credit line with people. So when a day of trouble comes, you feel me? You know what they're gonna do. You already know what they're gonna do. They're not gonna leave you hanging. Like real talk. That's what most people, that's what they'll do. And there is a friend who being turned to enmity. Now, enmity is like friction. You feel me? That's friction. There's a friend who is being turned to enmity, and strife will discover thy reproach, right? Strife, and it's like a bitter disagreement. You feel me? A bitter disagreement, friction. You have that's what you gotta have. You gotta have bitter disagreements, and you gotta have friction with people. That's how you prove them. The Bible, it lays out all the wisdom and all the game. It's a lot. The Bible say that's how you prove a friend. You prove a friend by telling them no. Build some friction. Even if you could do it, you could do it. They want you to babysit. They need to borrow $50, whatever. Tell them no. They start asking you questions. Instead of being nice about it, tell them the truth. Tell them they breath stink. Tell them they musty. Build some friction and some bitter disagreements, because that's how you're going to prove a friend. Now, I'm not saying be a petty person your whole life with this person. I'm just saying in the beginning stages, that's how you prove a friend. Bitter disagreements, friction. You feel me? By telling the truth up front. They're going to either like you or they're going to not like you. And they're going to either disappear. You're going to be like, damn, what happened to Joe? What happened to Josh and them? Man, they don't be coming around no more because I told them I don't smoke weed. Man, I told them stop messing with them white girls. Man, don't bring no white girls in my crib. Y'all tripping. Boom. They keep asking to borrow money. I told them no. Boom. You feel me? That's strife. You Feel me? That's enmity. And that's how you prove a friend. Like real talk. And the strife will discover thy reproach, and it's gonna discover the shame. You feel me? That's how you prove a friend. It's gonna discover this. It's gonna discover if they really for real or not. You feel me? That's how you gonna discover if they really your friend or not, by telling them the truth early, telling them everything you ain't with early, and then they gonna be like, nah, I ain't messing with dog. He tripping, man. Or I ain't messing with her. She tripping. I'm telling you, that's how it's gonna go. But it could be too late because you didn't do this. Now it done been 6-7 years, and this person snake you, and you like, damn, what? I ain't see it coming. That's because y'all never had no friction. 7 years, y'all both fed off each other because y'all was using each other for certain stuff. Like real talk. All right, this is verse 10. And again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. Right. And some friend is a companion at the table. Right. When everything is going good, they cool. You feel me? But not in the day of affliction. When stuff start happening in your life, you will see if somebody your friend or not. When stuff start getting real, you feel me? That's what we call it. When stuff start getting real, you will see if they're your friend or not. Because they're going to be cool. They're going to be sitting at the table, you feel me? When everything going good. And that's why it's a saying. It say you either at the table or you on the menu. Like real talk. When everything going good, they at the table. They eating, drinking. Soon stuff start going bad. Soon as the Lord sends Satan in your life, now boom, they gone. They will not continue at that table. You hear me? And you would have known that up front, if you would have been truthful. If you would have been truthful, you would have known that up front. But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself. Right. Now, and prosperity, that's talking about like wealth. You feel me? That's like you got prosperity preachers that go around the country preaching about how God about to bless you and all this and bless you with all this money, and they liars. And they're gonna cause stress and suicide and all that other stuff that Facebook calls depression. When you realize that the money never came, but in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself. Right. He's gonna be down with you. He's gonna be down with you as long as you wealthy. You hear me? You got the funds is coming in, and will be bold over thy servants, right? And be bold over thy servants. Like real talk. He down with you. He would whatever you with. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee. That's a fact. That's why I say, tell people no, they need to borrow $40. No. They light bill due. I do a payment plan. Do a payment plan, or go to the place where they pay it for you. If you do something. But passing out money, oh man, everybody your friend. You passing money out, you an idiot. You stupid as hell if you out here passing out money to people. Especially in the times we living in, you ain't supposed to be giving nobody nothing until they prove themselves. Until you build that credit line with them. That you know they're going to pay it back. Like real talk. Because the Bible say, if thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and he will hide himself from thy face. You ain't never had people that just disappeared when you needed them. That's why. That's why. You broke, you short on funds, you need some ends. You hitting them up, the phone ain't ringing because your sister already called your brother and told your brother that you need $500, and you told him you ain't got it. So now he see you calling, he ain't even answering the phone. He hiding himself. Somehow now all of a sudden his phone ain't ringing when he on Facebook all day. Like real talk. Because that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna hide themselves from you. Like real talk. When you brought low, if you have not proved that person as a friend, they're gonna hide themselves from you. You're gonna be mad. Like real talk. Because you're gonna be needing that money. That money you gave them, you're gonna be needing it back. And they ain't ready to give it up. Real talk. All right, so we can drop that. We can go to Job 16 and 1. All right, this is the book of Job 16 and 1. And it reads, then Job answered and said, now, of course, he would, now, this, you got to understand about the book of Job. I did a breakdown on the book of Job. You should probably go watch it. It's pretty decent, like real talk. A lot of people got time to read the Bible, so I just did a breakdown on the whole book. Feel me? But Job, he was like pre-Israel. He was definitely one of the sons of God, but he wasn't an Israelite. You know, he wasn't an Israelite. Just like when Rebecca went to the man of the Lord and said, "Why am I thus?" And they said, "It's two nations in your womb." You know, it's talking about Esau and Jacob, because Jacob was in her belly, but she went to men of the Lord to ask about why is her stomach hurting so bad. So it was always men of God that stood with God before Israelites, before he put his name on Israel. You feel me? Like real talk. But anyway, Job was one of those men. And Job was talking to some of his friends that was wicked as hell. And they was like, making him seem like he's wrong for why he's being punished by the Lord, when the Lord was really just testing him. And he said, I've heard many such things. Miserable comforters are ye all. This is what Job said about his friends. Because if you want to serve the Lord, this is the type of stuff you have to say. Job was no coward. Job was not a coward. He was not worried about losing friends or family members because of he's serving the Lord, because he refused to curse the Lord, because he refused to turn his back on God, even while he being afflicted. Nah, they turned their back on Job. And Job said, miserable comforters are y'all. You miserable. You miserable and you messy. Just like most people out there that's not in the UPK. Most people that's not in the UPK is miserable and they messy. Like real talk. And they got miserable comforters. That's the point. That's why. You feel me? You being comforted by miserable people. And that's what Job is telling them. Y'all miserable. Y'all telling me all the wrong stuff. I'm not believing none of this stuff y'all saying. And the reason why y'all saying it is because y'all miserable. Like real talk. These friends were supposed to be a stepping stone. They were supposed to, uplift Job. But instead they became a stumbling block. Like I told you, that's what most these friends you got are. Family members, your kids, your spouse. Mostly everybody in your life is a stumbling block. When you thinking they a stepping stone, you thinking they something you can use to progress. Why you can't? Because they miserable. Shall vain words have an end? That's what he's saying. Y'all words are useless. They're nothing. Y'all just talking shit. Y'all have no substance behind it. They're just talking. And if you weak, you gonna listen. If you weak, when somebody that has no substance is talking and trying to give you game, you're gonna listen. And your life gonna be destroyed. You're gonna look up, it's turned upside down. Like real talk. Or what in both of thee that thou answer? Right, in both of. What in both of thee? What give you the courage? What gives you the courage to tell me this stuff like it's true? I also could speak as ye do. Now he talking back to the friends. He said, I also can speak as ye do. If your soul were in my stead, was in my place. If you was in my situation, I could say the same stuff you saying. You ain't dropping it heavy. You really miserable and you're an idiot. If you was in my place, I could say the same thing you saying. That's what Job is telling them. I could heap up words against you and shake my head at you. He said, that's what I could do. It's easy to just shake your head and say, dang, that's messed up. You must be doing this. You must be doing that. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. It's easy to do that to a person instead of giving them real answers and real solutions. You feel me? That's not a friend. How is that a friend? They ain't giving you no solution. All they doing is shaking their head at you because of something you going through. But I would strengthen you with my mouth. That's what Job say. Y'all is basically antagonizing me. You feel me? Y'all saying all this bad stuff about me, but if I was in your situation, I could do the same thing to you. What you going through right now, I could do the same thing to you. Like real talk. But Job was a righteous man. He said, I will strengthen you with my mouth. Then I will give you words of wisdom and encouragement. That's what I would do instead of shaking my head at you because of what you're going through. And the moving of my lips should assuage your grief, right? Should assuage your grief. That's like to calm you down. The moving of my lips would calm you down while y'all shaking y'all head. You hear me? Because you ain't in my place. You ain't in my situation. So you like, yeah, the Lord doing that to him. The Lord, you God doing this to you. You evil. When, nigga, I could do the same thing to you when you going through something. You dummy. I could do the same thing, but I'm not. I'm going to give you words of wisdom. You feel me? I'm going to give you words to calm you down. You feel me? To make this right. That's what I'm going to do. Like real talk. Oh, yeah, that's the end of that. All right, so yeah, we're going to go to Matthew 5 and 37. All right, now this Matthew 5 and 37. Let's say, but let your hold on, wait, let's go. Let's get some content. Let's start at all right, let's start at 34. They say, but I say unto you, swear not all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, right? Because well, people don't know it or not. Saying I swear to God and on God, and I put that on everything I love, it's old as dirt. We was doing that in Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, we were swearing to God so you could believe what we saying. So you could believe that we was right and the other person is wrong. We've been doing that. That's nothing new. Christ said stop doing that back then, and we still doing it now. Nor by earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Right. Nor by earth. You feel me? You swearing on your grandmama, on your dead granddaddy, on the dead homie, all that. You shouldn't be doing that to try to prove a point. Because the more you swearing, the more you talking about it, you making people believe you probably lying. You probably got some type of hidden agenda. That's why you going so hard about it. You feel me? That's why you going so hard about it. And most people, how they go hard about stuff, they usually use the social media, which is causing depression, suicide, eating disorders. You feel me? Where they suing Mark Zuckerberg for millions of dollars. And you shouldn't do that. And that's what Christ is saying. Like real talk. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou cannot make one hair white or black. Like, right, you swearing. You don't have the power to swear. You hear me? You doing all this swearing, you have no power. All you got is words. That's it. Which is backed by no substance. Most of the words you have is backed by no substance. Like real talk. You're just talking. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. That's what Christ said. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. You feel me? Forget all the talking. Forget all the gossiping. Forget all the trying to make people believe you. Christ said, let your communication be yay and nay. That's it. Forget all the posts and all the stuff you trying to make people believe you. All the what they say I forgot how they word it. I forgot the word they use for it. The receipts. Salaki. The receipts. Forget all the receipts. Put the receipts back in your bag and take it to Target. Put the receipts back in your bag and take it to Walmart. Forget all the receipts, man. The more receipts you got, the more it look like your ass is lying. Like real talk. And the Bible say, let your yay be yay and a nay be nay. Is yes or no? Did it happen or didn't it? All the subliminal messages and all that shit is for the weak. That's for the weak. But social media has bred weakness in our people. Social media makes people weak because of the stuff they saying on the internet they wouldn't even never say in person. The stuff they doing on the internet, they would never do in person. And ISUPK and Commander in Hunter, we are the same niggas in real life that we is on the internet. Everything we say and do on the internet, we will do in real life because this is our brand. This is our brand. We put into this. We put into this every day, every week. This is not a fucking joke. This is not a game because we really Christ disciples. We really gave up our life, our family, our friends, our children, our money, women, wealth to follow Christ. We really did it. Like real talk. This is not a game, but it's a game to you. That's why you got all the receipts. And we just got the yays and the nays. For whatsoever is more than these cometh evil. Anything but yes and no is evil. If anybody doing anything but saying yes, this happened, or no, it didn't happen, that's where the evil comes. That's where the evil comes. Now the evil comes in. Real talk. When you saying anything more than yes and no, now you lying. You lying. That's what's happening. You lying. Like real talk. Anything more than yes and no, you lying. You gotta paint a million pictures to get somebody to believe you. You probably lying, or you probably got an agenda that you're trying to push. You feel me? Like real talk. All right, so yeah, we'll drop that. Let's go to Proverbs 16 and 9. All right, this Proverbs 16 and 9, and it reads, "A man's heart deviseth his ways." Right. Now, a man's heart, and this is good, this is talking about mankind. Mankind's heart devises his way. Devise means plan. Your mind is telling you what you should do. You feel me? What your body wants it to do. You feel me? That's what your mind is. Your mind is telling you what your body wants you to do, wants you to smoke, what it wants you to have sex with. You feel me? Whatever. That's what your mind is saying. But the Lord directed his steps. So that's proof that it ain't no free will. You feel me? That's 100% proof right there that it's not any free will. You feel me? There's no free will at all. There's no such thing as free will. As a matter of fact, that's Greek. It's not even nothing in the Bible. That's something that the Greeks made up, which is white people. And of course, white people do not follow God. They don't do nothing God say to do. And they teaching you that you can do whatever you want with that free will, but you can't. Because they say the Lord directed his steps. You feel me? And that's the honest truth, 100%, like real talk. All right, so yeah, we'll drop that. And we'll go to 2 Timothy 3 and 7. And we'll close it out with this scripture. This will be the last scripture we read. Real talk. All right, now this 2 Timothy 3 and 7. And it reads, ever learning and never able to come into the knowledge of the truth. Because that's another stumbling block. You feel me? Ever learning. When you find the truth, that's it. When you find the truth, there's nothing else to find. That's it. But when you find the truth, what you're going to do is you're going to forever be learning. You're going to try to find stuff that come back what the truth say. You're going to listen to what people say that go against the truth because it make you feel good. It make you feel better because you were around a bunch of fools. And that's the problem. That's the problem. The only way you can find the truth and still be looking for something else is because you're just around a bunch of idiots that's ever learning. You feel me? They forever learning and they never able to come into the knowledge of the truth. And that's just how it's gonna be. You feel me? That's just the way it is. Like real talk. But that's the end of tonight's class. Tune in every Monday, Tuesday. Tune in Wednesday night for the podcast. Get to Atlanta, Passover, April 12th, $200. You feel me? Cover the whole week of events. Pay your tithes. ISUPK.com. You're not paying your tithes. You're not in the truth. You're not serving the Lord. You just